All right, let's jump straight into this explainer on installing Claude Code. Picture this. It's your very first day on a brand new project. We all know that visceral pain, right? You're totally lost. You're grepping through this maze of cryptic directories, staring at someone else's totally unintelligible variable names, just praying to find a README file that actually makes sense. It's frustrating, it's slow, and honestly, it completely drains your momentum before you've even written a single line of code.
But what if you didn't have to do that? What if you could ask a tool to read the entire code base for you and then immediately hand you a clear 5-bullet orientation in under a minute? Well, that is exactly what Claude Code does. It's designed to completely eliminate that day one friction and get you straight to actually understanding the project. So let's dive into how this works. Getting to a working session takes literally one line of code in your terminal. You just curl that script, pipe it to bash, and you're ready to go. And the immediate payoff? When you run it inside a project directory, it instantly generates a crisp 5-bullet codebase summary, line by line. You go from zero installation to a fully working session in seconds. Now, I need to be super clear about something here. Claude Code is absolutely not your basic autocomplete. It is an agentic coding tool that lives entirely inside your terminal. It actually reads across your files, your directories, and your configuration files. It doesn't just suggest a few lines of text. It plans changes, edits code, runs shell commands, executes tests, and crucially, it retries on failures. It's really doing the heavy lifting of a full development loop. Okay, let's look at a real-world scenario. Imagine your release is completely blocked. You've got an auth module, and sitting right next to test coverage is a big, glaring 0. Code review flagged it, you can't ship, you are totally stuck. You need comprehensive tests, and you need them right now. So, how do we fix this? You open your terminal, navigate to the project root, and instead of spending hours writing boilerplate, you issue this single, powerful compound instruction. Write tests for the auth module, run them, and fix any failures. That's it. You hit enter, and you kick off a completely autonomous process. And here is where it gets wild. You get to watch this build into an incredible agentic loop. First, Claude reads the auth module and every single file it imports. Second, it proposes a brand new test file covering the whole shebang. Login success, login failure, logout, token validation, empty credentials, expired tokens. Third, after you approve, it runs PyTest. Now let's say 3 of those tests fail. Fourth, Claude actually reads the error output, locates the mismatches, proposes targeted fixes as diffs, and reruns the suite until it passes. Finally, it offers to commit the new test file with a descriptive git message. You literally just went from 0 coverage to a validated test suite without writing a single line manually. Now, you might be wondering, wait, is this thing just running wild in my codebase? Absolutely not. And here is a crucial takeaway regarding your safety. The core guardrail here is an approval at every step design. Every single file change appears as a diff. It always asks before it acts. You have to approve or reject before anything is actually written to your disk. This design choice keeps you completely safe, totally in control, and makes it incredibly practical for those large exploratory tasks. Of course, it's all about picking the right tool for the job. You'll want to use Claude Code in your terminal when a task spans multiple files, involves running commands, or requires that read, fix, run loop, like tracing a failing CI test or doing a big multi-file refactor. But if you just need a single, isolated code snippet to paste by hand, Claude Chat on the web is still faster. Or if you prefer to stay inside your editor without a separate terminal window, the VS Code extension brings these capabilities right into a sidebar panel with inline divs. All right, before you jump in, let's quickly cover the access requirements. Claude Code does require a paid subscription, so that's Pro, Max, Team, or Enterprise, or an Anthropic console account with API credits. The free plan won't get you in. It also works beautifully with Amazon Bedrock, Google Vertex AI, and Microsoft Foundry. But here is a massive gotcha you need to watch out for. If you have the Anthropic API key set in your environment variables, Claude Code will bill against your API credits instead of your subscription. So always run /status inside Claude Code to verify your billing method and simply unset that key if you want to use your subscription's included usage. So to wrap this up, what we're looking at today is a massive paradigm shift. Claude Code moves the unit of AI assistance away from just generating a single isolated code block, and it elevates it to executing a full project loop. Read, plan, edit, run, fix, and commit. The question is, are you ready to let an agent handle the heavy lifting across dozens of files while you stay safely in the driver's seat? For the full chapter, complete with 3 detailed worked examples and a guide to common pitfalls, head over to claudemaster.net.